Hey everyone, again with the glasses. I keep forgetting I don't like wearing them that much. Hey, yeah, I'm back again by myself. Again, because Megan had to work, so I'm all alone. But today I get to talk about Ratchet and Clank. And yes, I know I'm putting this up a day early. I have stuff I have to do on Sunday, so I can't put it up then, or it might come out then, I don't know. But this is being filmed obviously on Saturday. Because totally you can see the big Saturday in the background or something. But, like I said, I'm here to talk about Ratchet and Clank, the new animated film that's supposed to be part of Sony's line of movies based on the games. I'm about to say games based on the movies. It's like, no, technically they've done that, but now, for those of you who don't really play any Sony games or not a big PlayStation fan, Ratchet and Clank started in the PS2 era, and they were meant to be a third-person shooter. Just think of any wacky inventions, and we're going to roll with it. They are aimed towards young adults, teenagers, children even sometimes. Though I would say some of the humor is a little bit, in the games, it's a little too risque for a child, or it'll just go completely over their heads. But like, if you're a teenager, you're gonna get it, and I would say if you're an adult, you're gonna get a lot of these jokes, and a lot of them you'll probably laugh. Well, that's about the games. What about the movie? Now, for longest, they kept talking about how great the visuals were for this, and every reviewer said the same thing. Why don't they make a Ratchet and Clank movie? Well, Sony did. They went ahead and made a Ratchet and Clank movie, and for the most part, it's pretty damn good. Now, I will say, from a pure perspective of as a fan, it is a really good representation of most of the aspects of the actual game. I keep wanting to say show. It's not based on a show. But there are the wacky guns. I mean, we even have the Sheepinator. Or I think it's called Sheepinator. But where it turns a guy into sheep. We have just billions and billions of guns. And legitimately, it's all fun. It's all goofy. And it's all really good. And I think it's like, as a fan of these games, personal favorites, always up your arsenal. And then gets yours, just up your arsenal was like the pinnacle of storytelling, the pinnacle of unique ideas, and just the pinnacle of everything just being awesome. If I can, kind of blow these games a little bit. And I think this is, of course, it's trying to tell the tale of how Ratchet and Clank came to be Ratchet and Clank. And legitimately, it's funny. It's very funny. I think anybody who hasn't played the games, there's going to be a few jokes that are going to kind of go a little over their heads, or there's going to be certain things they're not going to get why it's funny, or get like the end of the movie, which I'll get into spoilers later, but there are a lot of good, decent jokes. I found myself chuckling quite a bit throughout this movie. Hell, I found myself chuckling at some of the bits that were probably not as funny as I probably was thinking, but just like imagining what they're talking about, or just hear, and how the voice actors deliver all these lines. And I was also surprised, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Ratchet's played by the same guy who does him in the game. I know Quark is the same guy, and I'm pretty sure Clank is played by the same character. I don't remember, there's two other Space Rangers in this movie. That's one of the bad things. I don't remember their names. The female and the pretty much ballsy guy who just wants to action. He's funny. I don't know if they are new. They're just a creation for the movie. It might be. If they are, cool. Whatever. There's a plane flying overhead. Small issue about living somewhere close to an airport. But oh well. But yeah, I was surprised that they actually kept the voice actors. I'm used to, if they were to do something like this, they would change them in some way. But no, they kept them, and it's like they did a great job. They made me laugh, and they helped to keep these characters alive. Now, how am I trying to put this? If there is going to be some negatives, I'm going to start getting the spoilers. There's a little here. If there are some negatives towards this movie, and they're minor, really. I mean, it's not anything I go, oh, don't see this movie. Oh, this movie's horrible. These negatives are the worst ever. Nah. I'll go ahead and say, just go see this movie. It's well worth its price. It's probably not going to be in theaters very long, because there's just nobody seeing it, unfortunately. It didn't help, like, I've seen like 2 ads for this on television in the past like few weeks. So it's not getting a very good advertising push. For some reason, I don't know why. You would think it's like, oh, we should push this kids movie very strongly. But no, they're pushing Mother's Day like fucking shit. And Keanu, which I've heard is actually kind of funny, but I'm not really sure. It's like I'm not a huge Key and Peele fan. That's just me. Now, there we go. Take that off. Sorry. Yeah, I had to undo my radio real quick, because otherwise it's going to come on. Then this video is going to get flagged, because that'd be wonderful. But when it comes down to the negatives with this movie, if you love the gunplay and you love just, you know, the whole watching Ratchet just pretty much mow through a bunch of baddies, there's not a whole lot of that, actually. This movie, strangely enough, more relies on its comedy and its, you know, a little bit of slapstick humor, but good slapstick, not like bad, lame slapstick like you expect to see in a shitty Ghostbusters remake. Yeah, still not looking forward to that. Not in the least. But the action is a little braft. You almost wonder if there should be more. Sorry, I'm dying here. I keep fucking with my window. But you're not going to find a whole bunch of action here. And like I said, that can be a bit of a negative. And it does kind of make the movie feel at points like it's trying to just tell the story. And with the Ratchet and Clank movie, it kind of doesn't always work. But it's never a big enough deterrent to make me go, oh no, I wouldn't see this. But there was a point I was like, alright, come on, let's move it up. But then whenever I was starting to think that, it started moving forward. So hey, kudos there, they read my mind. Let's see. It's kind of not the first game. I will say that much, because the first game kind of talks about the Quagmires, something like that. I really want to say what their names are. Sorry, my neighbors distracted me. But I really want to say those damn things' names, but I can't think of it. But they look like the damn things from Munch's Odyssey. Those of you who played Oddworld, Munch's Odyssey, it's pretty actually decent game, despite kind of getting shit reviews. But I might keep messing with my window every 5 seconds, I swear. But really, this is actually, it just kind of creates its own story, which works actually for the most part. It's this guy who's just trying to create what he believes is the perfect planet, because he was raised up on a planet where it's underground. It's a bare bones kind of story. And it turns out that they also have one of the big villains from the series, and also from one of my favorite games, Dr. Nefarious. He shows up before he became truly Dr. Nefarious. Those of you who've played the games know that Dr. Nefarious is actually mostly mechanical. And you're like, well, and you see him in this movie, and it's like, well, he's not a robot at all. He's still, you know, flesh. I'd say human, but he's totally not a human. And his reasoning for actually being mad at Quark and all them is kind of hilarious. But it's kind of bad, though, that this has to go through a little bit of the pretty much the things you would expect from it. That it has to be like, oh, well, how could we ever guess that he would be evil? It's like, well, his name is Nefarious. You know, but they kind of actually poke fun at that, which kind of works. And again, it shows off just the Ratchet and Clank humor. Sorry if I'm scratching my face like crazy. I have, as you can see, I am scruffy, and I want to shave it all off, but I wanted to do this first. I'm like, I'll do this, and I'm going to shave. No offense, y'all can put up with seeing me scruffy. But back to the whole plot, but really it just pretty much centers around this guy wants to create a planet. Dr. Nefarious is technically helping him, and then turns out Dr. Nefarious double crosses him. Somehow they get like Quark to side with them. It's kind of a combination of different games. Like there is some of the newer games, because I know that I want to say one of the PS3 ones, Quark actually kind of turned on them. Or he did something, I can't remember. I really have not played a whole bunch of the PS3 ones. Sorry, I wish I could. But they actually, strangely enough, make mentions to it. Which, like, they even, like, make a joke. It's like, well, what about when you broke the space-time continuum? And he's like, and Ratchet's just like, funny story there. It's actually kind of cute. It's like, alright. I get that little nod and wink. Again, that's one of the humors, I think, that if you hadn't played the games, you wouldn't get that at all. I'm going to lower this again, so you get to hear that wonderful noise. Let's see. But like I said, there's jokes throughout the whole thing. And I will say this much. The animation is actually pretty damn good. There's a lot of really good bits. There's a lot of it's very beautiful. It looks very much like some of the CGI from the games. It doesn't look like it's quite on par with the PS4 games, which is weird, because the PS4 game just came out, I want to say, like, maybe a month ago, if that long. I don't know, maybe. But it doesn't quite look that good. But to be fair, they probably started work on the PS4 one after they started doing rendering for this movie. At least that's why I got figured, especially considering how the plots really aren't close. They're not super connected as far as I can tell. So, hey, I can forget that, though, for a little bit. Especially since the more and more we get of these, the more and more we're going to have better graphics for them. But again, for what it is, it's still a very pretty movie. It's what you would think on par with most Pixar movies. I know some people probably would say that the heart is not in it as much, because it is a bit of a by-the-books Ratchet and Clank movie. Like, what you would think Ratchet and Clank would be if you played the games, this is exactly what it's going to be. But I don't think that's a bad thing. I mean, it would be one thing if it was a by-the-books and they just didn't try very hard, but you can still see there's a lot of effort here and there. Or you can still see the jokes that are meant to be funny, that are meant to try and do something. You can see they try to make the heroes have more dimensions to each other. And legitimately, it works for the most part. I mean, I walked out and I was like, I enjoyed the hell out of that. So, that was a good thing, I think. Sorry, neighbor's still distracted, Shelby. But, yeah, really, it's not one of those times when you're going to, like, I don't think anybody's going to walk out of the theater going, oh, I hate that piece of shit, or, like, think it was, like, incredibly mediocre. I think everybody's going to make, that was good, that was fun. And that's what I think everybody's going to probably feel like. That's how I felt like. I mean, I enjoyed myself well. I enjoyed it so much I'm sweating to death right now. But I will touch upon a few things with this movie. And it's one other issue I have. And more I hold it against the studio. This is supposed to be a 3D movie. Or at least it makes a big deal. In fact, that's the only way I could find a decent showtime. Like, the other times were like fucking early in the morning, fucking late at night. It's like, alright, choices. So I was like, alright, we'll go 3D showing because it's at least during the day. And I can sort of get some kind of rest. I was like, alright, we'll see it. And for the most part, like, there were a few decent 3D shots, but strangely enough, there was like Like, I even pulled up the glasses and I looked and I was like, this is not even in 3D. I don't know if that was because of my theater that I was at. Maybe they just, because he kept tracking off and on, but there were trailers that were in 3D, and there were different little things that were obviously in 3D. Like, they had this little preview thing, a little ball, fly up and shoot you in the face. I mean, that was in 3D, so I was like, why does this look so funky? I mean, and honestly, it's one of those movies I'd say it doesn't really need to be in 3D. I mean, it could be. There could be some actually really good bits, and you could see some real depth, but it seems like every time there was supposed to be 3D, it wasn't. It was like, well, this would have been good in 3D. Okay, well, this part's in 3D-ish. And I mean, I just kept them on. I was like, fuck it, whatever. But really, I would go ahead and also tell everybody, if you're going to go see it, just see it in regular. 3D adds nothing to this, and it doesn't even really look good. That's something more I'm holding against whoever created this thing, because they probably push, like, oh, let's put it in 3D, because every other damn movie's in 3D. Fuck no, why not? I didn't give a shit. I was just like, yeah, why not? And 3D adds nothing to it. It's really as bad as, say, like Captain America, the very first one, Captain America First Avenger. That movie's 3D was, I knew it was post-production, but it was so shoddy looking. And I saw it in 3D, and it did not look good. And I was really surprised. But thankfully, that movie was damn fun. Now, people can talk shit about Captain America all they want. I fucking love the hell out of that movie. But, yeah, for the most part, it's like, just go see it in regular. You're gonna laugh. You can take your kids to it, and they'll be able to enjoy it. If they talk, punch them in the face or something. No, don't really. No, child abuse is bad. But, yeah, I would say just go see this. Have some fun. Enjoy a movie with the kids. Enjoy a movie with your wife or something. I'm about to have to cut this short because my battery's running a little low. Just why I keep staring at the camera and I'm trying to freak all you out. But if you want my final score out of this, see, I was originally kind of near the middle point where it starts to kind of slow down a little bit. I was thinking, this is a 7, I think. It's a good movie, but it's not a great movie. Then it picked back up, and it still had more jokes and just more stuff I was just laughing at. And I was like, alright, it's an 8. It's a good 8. I feel good about that score. It might fluctuate every now and then, go down to a 7 again, but they'll come back up to an 8 probably. But it's a solid movie. You're going to watch it. You're going to enjoy it. If you hate it, you're a curmudgeon, I have to figure, because there's nothing bad about this movie. It's a really enjoyable movie. Just skip 3D, go see it in regular, but go see it. Give it some love. I think the movie deserves love right now. It's a good movie. And so, I'll be seeing y'all next week, hopefully with someone else, because hoping to God, I'm not sure how my record's going, because so far it's like not that great. I think I'm like, out of all the movies I've seen, I'm kind of like right down the middle, because I've seen 2 movies I never recorded, y'all to see my review of, which was Deadpool and Superman vs. Batman, or Batman vs. Superman. Then there was, of course, the first one, which was Hardcore Henry. Then there was Jungle Book. Then there was Warriors War. And then there's Ratchet and Clank now. And so far, I am 50-50. It's either good or shit. There's not a massive, great, like, in-between somewhere in all this. So, I'm hoping Captain America Civil War is just going to be really, really damn fun. That the shit movie's going to be the movie the week after. Which I don't know what that might be. Hey, if it's going to be a slow week, maybe I'll cover Keanu or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out I play it by ear. Who gives a shit? So, until then, I'll see y'all later. And hopefully next week, some good Captain America kicking Iron Man ass action. So, see y'all later.